The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep it flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep it flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady. To the letter right. The show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Mannie, Mike 50. Know your job. Quick dash. Alert. Alert. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, check. Mike 50. Wild Bill. Hey.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Mahomes Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Spoke to Mike. Mike spoke forward. Come on. 15, 44, Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds his running back, Hyde. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got his man. That's Mecole Hardman, the rookie. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Hardman, the 2nd-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the Combine, running a 4.3 340, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20.
General West. 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Alert! 53, Mike. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Trubisky, and he's got Miller. A good pickup there at 22. Trubisky now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, alert. Hey, seam 6. Watch twist. Watch. Blue.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on a sudden change. And at least
this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
180! Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, 18. Shit. Red, up. Hey, zoom. Lock in.
On first down, Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Protein spill.
They go play action with Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority.
And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Watch out.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. This is Corey Clement, the 3rd-year back from Wisconsin. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That's what I do. Kill.
On second down, Clement. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
Bravo.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike,
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Sit up. 180. Hey, alert.
Mike 53. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Alert. 5.
53 at the mic.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A carry now for McKissick. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Check three.
Ran, up. Hey, echo.
On second and 15 now. Trubisky looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
15.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Hey, 57.
Mahomes now to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Sit up, 180.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Trubisky to throw again. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Blue. Hey, 18.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Check. Lucky.
Alert.
Watch the pass.
Here's McKissick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And wasn't that supposed to be a sweep?
They didn't even get to the outer third of the field. That got blown up quickly.
Normally, when you're calling a play, you're talking about that tackle made, as you said, to the outer part of the field. Ran that one down in a hurry. That's great diagnosis by the defense.
To the right side, complete to Miller. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Lock in. No. Hands up. Go. Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Now Trubisky on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First and 10, here's Mahomes. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and 5. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Alert, 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 alert.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
They'll stay on the ground with Clement. And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Slam, slam, slam.
X3, 218, chop it. Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Well, that's a guy, Carlos Hyde, who split time last year in Cleveland and Jacksonville after 4 seasons in San Fran. He was just under 1,000 yards his last 2 seasons with the Niners, but never really got into a groove last season. And then the Chiefs signed him to a 1-year deal back on March 9th. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Trubisky now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Red, top.
Check motion, 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 motion. 53's the mic. 53, check 53.
Hey, orbit.
Yes, we got this.
Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, Charlie.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him and keep him warm? Well,
he's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 37.
in our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Mahomes now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. On first down, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Red, up. Red, see it. Hey, alert. Hey, Delta. Red, up.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more of that coming.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Check Nick. 15. Hey, 15. Alpha. 44. Mike. 44.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. 16 yards, a first down.
Complete to Nico Hartman.
Let's go,
First
baby.
and goal at the 2-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's just me and you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Corey Grant with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, up and good. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go. Kill.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. It's caught inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
On first down, Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's see what you got. 44. 44. Watch the screen.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Mike, let's go. 44 to Mike. 57. Check. I'm coming for you. You mine. 44.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D.
Red, up. Hey, Haywood. 18.
Mike, I got it. My chance.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
It's third and 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Show it.
They go back to Grant. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Mahomes to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it? No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
180! I know he ain't got it. Check 26, check 26. Hey, bro.
Now it's Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. The 20. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
They'll run with Clement. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. and that got it done in this one.
So for Kansas City, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, their playoff hope